Hello, and welcome to the recording for the Group Activation Appointment, a resource for students who have registered with Student Accessibility Services through the Self-Directed Registration pathway. In this recording, we will go over the SAS mandate, privacy and confidentiality, and an overview of SAS and responsibilities. After, we will go over the SAS student portal, focusing on how to activate accommodations, e-forms, and note-taking services. At the end of this workshop, we will also provide an overview of services and supports along with how you can contact SAS for additional support. Throughout this presentation, we will use the term disability. We recognize that this may not be the preferred language of everyone. This terminology aligns with the language that is used in the Ontario Human Rights Code as they refer to disability as a protected ground. SAS is guided by the University of Guelph's policy on academic accommodations for students with disabilities, which outlines the university's obligations under the Ontario Human Rights Code. SAS is mandated to be present on campus as outlined in the Ontario Human Rights Code, and the purpose of SAS is to provide academic accommodations for students with disabilities to aid in providing equal opportunity to participate in studies and access education. It is important to note that the accommodations provided do not reduce the academic standard or compromise the core essentials of a course. This means that accommodations do not exempt students from meeting course objectives. Registration with SAS is shared only on a need-to-know basis to ensure your accommodations can be implemented. This may involve sharing limited information with instructors, TAs, or other relevant university staff, such as the registrar's office. We only share information that is necessary to implement accommodations and do not share your disability diagnosis without your explicit permission. Your registration with SAS is not reflected on your transcript, and faculty do not know the specifics of your disability. At a university level, students are treated as adult learners. This means we will also not communicate with parents or family members without your permission, whether by email or phone. It is important to understand the difference between academic accommodations through SAS and academic considerations, which are available to all University of Guelph students. Academic accommodations are directly related to documented disability. Examples include using assistive technology to read an exam due to a learning disability in reading. These accommodations are approved by SAS and then implemented by the instructor. Academic considerations, on the other hand, are related to extenuating circumstances that may affect any student. Examples include missing an exam due to the flu, needing an extension because of a family emergency, or missing class due to a death in the family.
Outlined here are the respective responsibilities of students, SAS advisors, and faculty. While accommodations are a shared responsibility and collaboration among all parties is essential, each group has clearly defined roles to ensure accommodations are implemented appropriately and that the process runs smoothly. As a student, your responsibilities are as follows. You are responsible for activating your accommodations every semester using the SAS student portal. If relevant, you are responsible for making exam bookings before the deadline. You are also responsible, if relevant, to confirm peer note-taking requests in the SAS student portal. You are responsible for reading e-forms and following the processes as outlined in e-form agreements which are available to you in the SAS student portal. You are also responsible for providing updated documentation if needed. Finally, you are responsible for reaching out to SAS if you need additional accommodations or support. This portion of the workshop will support you in navigating the SAS student portal. It is important that you become familiar with the portal in order to activate accommodations, access notes, make exam bookings, and much more. You must activate your accommodations every semester for your courses. When you log into the SAS student portal for the first time for the semester, there are a number of required forms to sign electronically, including an agreement of services. Once they are signed, your portal will refresh and bring you back to the overview page. Now, you will be able to scroll down to view your courses for the current semester and submit your requests for each course that you are enrolled in. You will select the gray plus sign to begin the process of adding your accommodations to your classes. For each of your courses, you can select the accommodations you are requesting. You do not need to request all of your accommodations if they do not apply to a particular course, or you can select all to apply to every course. Consider your specific needs for each course. For example, a distance education course would not require note-taking or recording accommodations. Make sure you click the checkbox that shows that you have reviewed and understood the agreement, then submit the request. Please note that any changes you make to an already approved accommodation will show as pending changes until your SAS advisor reviews them. It can also take a little time for your instructors to see your accommodations or for them to sync with other systems like CourseLink. If you have an online quiz, test, or exam coming up in the next 48 hours, your extra time probably won't be added automatically. If that's the case, make sure to email your SAS advisor so it can be addressed. E-form agreements are designed to help outline the steps you need to follow in order to arrange certain accommodations. If one of your accommodations has E-form in its name, there is an E-form agreement associated with it. You are required to read and agree to any relevant E-forms on a semesterly or yearly basis. After you review these e-forms, you can refer to them by clicking on My e-form agreements on the left-hand side menu bar. On this page, you will see a list of previously signed agreements and the date on which they were signed. Click View on the specific e-form you would like to review. Please ensure you follow the steps outlined in your e-forms to ensure you arrange your accommodations in a timely manner each semester. If you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to your SAS advisor in a timely fashion or check our announcements on the dashboard page for additional resources.
This slide will be relevant to SAS registered students who have been approved for the note-taking services accommodation. Eligible students can request peer note-taking services through the portal. If a note taker is available in your course, the SAS office will facilitate the connection. Please note that note-taking does not replace class participation. Attending lectures is essential for fully engaging with course material. This service is meant to enhance your learning and not to replace the classroom experience. When you submit your request for note-taking services, the note-taking office will make their best effort to match you with a volunteer note-taker from your class. Students are encouraged to submit requests early to ensure timely support. Please note that not all courses are eligible for a volunteer note-taker. Courses that may not require this service include distance education, DE courses, courses with pre-recorded lectures available, labs and other hands-on learning experiences, which can vary by course, and courses where instructors provide comprehensive notes. Please note that notes accessed through the note-taking portal are for personal use only. Unauthorized sharing or distribution may be considered academic misconduct under the University of Guelph policies. If you are having any issues with accessing notes, please email sasnotes@uoguelph.ca. To access the note-taking portal, you need to have added this accommodation in your request for the semester. Once you have done so, you will be able to access the note-taking services portal by using the left-hand side menu bar. When you click the portal link, seen on the previous slide, you will be taken to this page. Click the Requests button on the top right-hand corner of the page. On the Request page, you will see a list of any of your courses where you have applied your note-taking services accommodation to. Click the blue Confirm button to confirm your request to access notes. When a note taker has been assigned and has begun to upload notes, you can view these by clicking List All Notes on the top right corner. If it states no notes available for download, please check your accommodation requests. This means you have not requested note-taking services for any of your courses. You must do this step first before following the instructions regarding how to use the note-taking services portal. If you click View Notes and there are no notes listed and no download button, and under the notes column it says note-taking services not confirmed, this means you have requested your accommodations properly, but you have not made a request for a peer note taker in the note-taking services portal. Please click Requests on the top right corner and ensure you confirm your request for the course. If no note taker has been arranged for your course, please note that this process can often take up to 3 weeks after you have submitted your request to coordinate. After this point, please reach out to your instructor and to sasnotes@uoguelph.ca to discuss any concerns of unfulfilled requests. For any questions or issues with the note-taking services portal, please contact sasnotes@uoguelph.ca or visit the SAS Daily Drop-In for additional support. This slide will be relevant to SAS registered students who have been approved for exam accommodations. Students who require exam accommodations must schedule their exams with the SAS Exam Center using the portal. You must book with the SAS Exam Center for any in-person quizzes, tests, midterms, and finals that you would like to use your exam accommodations for 10 business days in advance of the evaluation date or by the first business day of November, March, or July. When you are counting for 10 business days, do not count the day of the evaluation. The 10 business days starts today and finishes the day before the exam. Our semester cutoff deadline is the first business day in March for the winter semester, July for the summer semester, or November for the fall semester. No bookings will be accepted after this date. The cutoff time for making a booking each day online is 11:55 p.m. Please note that online exams through CourseLink do not need to be booked through the exam center. 24 to 48 hours after activating your exam accommodations in the SAS portal, your extra time should be automatically added to your CourseLink timed assessments. Please email your instructor and CC your advisor should your extra time not be present in your CourseLink after this time period.
For in-person bookings, you would select the alternative testing section of the student portal, which is located on the left-hand side menu bar. You would then scroll down and select which courses you would like to schedule an exam, test, or midterm for. Any course with an asterisk does not yet have an alternative testing agreement specified by your instructor. This means you will need to know the date, time, and standard length of the exam in order for you to submit your exam booking. Please consult your course outline before proceeding with your booking. Once you have selected your course, click Schedule an Exam. Make sure you know the date and time of the assessment as well as the length. This information can usually be found on your course outline or on WebAdvisor. You are required to write on the same date and time as the rest of your class unless doing so conflicts with the closing of the exam center. You may use the start time calculator linked in the terms and conditions box to assist with calculating when you should begin your exam, especially in the scenario that your exam time may conflict with the closing time of the exam center. Be sure to check off the accommodations that you are applying before you add the exam request. When you have added the request, you will see the exam listed under Upcoming Exams Scheduled. Processing status means we have received your booking, and you will receive additional information closer to the exam booking date. The Waiting for Instructor status means that we are waiting for an alternative testing agreement to be submitted to confirm the date, time, and standard length of the exam booking. It is your responsibility to check back in to make sure what you have submitted aligns with the alternative testing agreement when your instructor has uploaded it. When reviewing your bookings, please ensure that you've requested all exam bookings you will require this semester. Please do so with plenty of time in advance of our exam booking deadlines. If you are having technical difficulties, you can watch tutorial videos available on our public-facing website. Or you can go to SAS Daily Drop-In Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. in JT Powell 2259 or virtually on Microsoft Teams for support. Our Daily Drop-In resource has been created to provide you with timely, same-day assistance from SAS staff members about SAS processes, procedures, or general questions related to your academic accommodations. We can also help connect you with your advisor to follow up on specific concerns if needed. SAS Daily Drop-In can help with understanding SAS procedures or how to use your accommodations, booking exams, note-taking, borrowing equipment, requesting a letter about your accommodations or information from your file, accessible furniture in classrooms, general questions about the bursary for students with disabilities, finding out what kind of help is available, or anything that can't wait until your SAS advisor's next available appointment. You can book an appointment to meet with your SAS advisor if you would like to change or add accommodations, for disability-related challenges or barriers, for referrals to other supports, for support with communication with faculty or instructors to resolve issues around implementing your accommodations, or if there are any challenges with self-advocacy or disclosure of disability.
Other SAS services and supports available include our SAS Peer Helper team. Our SAS Peer Helpers are a dynamic team of students who can provide one-to-one support with general academic skills and strategies and tips and tricks for succeeding in courses. To meet one-on-one with a SAS peer helper, you can email your advisor and request a referral. Our SAS Peer Helper team also facilitates various programs, such as our SAS Study Hall and academic workshops. To learn more about when and how you can attend these programs, please visit the SAS page on GripLife. Other SAS services also include our Writing and Learning Specialist. Our Writing and Learning Specialist can support you with academic writing skills, coaching, and learning strategies. To meet with our Writing and Learning Specialist, please speak to your advisor for a referral. We also want to bring to your attention some of the various resources available on campus. Student wellness navigators can act as the first point of contact and work with you to discuss concerns, identify appropriate services and supports, and help to coordinate a plan to meet your wellness goals. Same-day drop-in counseling provides one-to-one support, information, and referrals to students dealing with a variety of same-day, emerging, or crisis situations. The Library Accessibility Services provides SAS students with a dedicated space in the library for individual quiet study time and access to assistive technology. The library also offers supported learning groups, as well as workshops and resources to support your writing and studying, including free writing appointments. The Academic Action Program provides academic coaching to help identify strategies or skills to use throughout the semester, including managing your time, studying effectively, or preparing for assessments. And finally, academic advisors are program specific and can provide general academic advising information to students. Thank you for attending the Group Activation Appointment Workshop. You can book a follow-up appointment with your SAS advisor by calling the front desk at 519-824-4120, extension 56208, or by requesting an appointment in the SAS student portal.